lovely people, Nina here. So this week I figured I would talk about books that I've been reading. I had a video uploaded on Monday and I said I had another video for Friday, and my Friday video is books that I've been reading. I only have 3 so far. And then the one that I'm currently reading, so I figured I'd talk about that a little bit too. But these are the 3 that I've been reading so far, and apologize for I feel like the lighting is something, but we're just gonna ignore it. But these are the 3 books that I'm reading so far, and that I've finished. So I'm gonna start with poetry. This is the saddest poetry book that I've read in a minute. It is Ocean Vuong's Time is a Mother. It's a signed edition. My sister gave me this because she had 2 copies, because she got one as a gift and then she owned one. So she gave me this, but isn't that fun? I read this last week, and it made me cry a lot. There's one in here called Amazon History, I think. Wait, I'll double check. Amazon History of a Former Nail Salon Worker. It made me cry a lot. Every poem in here did. It's about loss and grief and his mother and COVID, the pandemic, and it's very beautiful and very well written. It just might take a bit. I loved it though so much. So it's very beautiful. Yeah. So that's this one. And this is 5 stars, 10 out of 10. Would read them again. I feel like poetry is one of those things that you can always just have around and always refer back to. That's this. What is my ignoring that. The other 2 that I read were graphic novels. Thoreau and then Anne of Green Gables. I'll do Thoreau first, I guess. So Thoreau is at Walden. It's called Thoreau at Walden by John Porcellino, maybe is how you say that. It's excerpts from his Walden book in a graphic novel form, which is really fun. And it basically is just why he decided to live at Walden Pond and nature, his experiences with nature, and his planting beans, and I don't know. It's cute. I like the graphics in this, and obviously I love anything with nature and Walden and all of that, so yeah, it was cute. I would give this a 9, maybe 10. So that was this one. I have not read Walden before. I just got a copy of it from my mom. She had two copies of it, so she gave me one of hers, and I have to read it still. But I read the graphic novel, so I'm sure I'll love it. But there's that one. And then the last one I read this week, I read this yesterday, so this is pretty new. It's Anne of Green Gables, but again, the graphic novel version. So cute. 10 out of 10. I loved this. I love the story of Anne of Green Gables. I read the book a while back when I was younger, and I recently watched Anne with an E, which is the Netflix, I think it's Netflix show. Very, very cute. And then I recently read the graphic novel. Wait, I was gonna show you the October's page if I can open to it. Maybe I won't. There's a page where it's her October's line, and it's so beautifully done. Wait, is it this? Oh, here it is. Look how pretty this is. And it's just her, I'm so glad I live in a world where there are Octobers, which is the most classic Anne Shirley line. If you don't know the story of Anne of Green Gables, it's about Anne Shirley, Anne with an E, who gets adopted by the Cuthberts, which is a couple who lives on a farm, and her kind of like shenanigans and her personality that like show through. It's just really cute. It's a really sweet read. So I would 10 out of 10 suggest this if you want something that's a little lighter. And again, the illustrations are just so cute. So that's this one, Anne of Green Gables. Loved this. 10 out of 10. And then current read, Democracy in Chains, which is, I've talked about this a zillion times. It's taking me a minute to get into. She has a whole preface in this. So there's 2 copies of this. So I'm listening to the audiobook with this, and there's 2 copies of this, and like 2 printed editions, and one, I think it's maybe like she was anticipating what would happen like if Donald Trump had gotten into office or something of the sort. And so it has like a preface that's like he's in office and this like around his first term. So there's like a little bit of a, and it's like quite long. And the it's all research based. And so the introduction is like quite lengthy. It's just a lot to get through. If you, I don't know, like history and research, you'll like this. It's very timely for right now, about politicians and basically greed and money and corruption and how they get into politics. So that's this. I've talked about this a zillion times. It's really good so far. I have been slowly chipping away at it. It might need to take a little bit of a break just because of everything that's been happening. We'll see. Or maybe I'll just keep going because it's really timely. So yeah, that's that one. So those are the 3 books that I've read and the book that I'm currently reading. All very good, all 10-star reads. And Democracy in Chains so far is 10-star read. But again, a lot of research, a lot of academic. So if that's not your speed, it might not like it, but I don't know. I would say give it a try if you want. Yeah. And I also have, so I love poetry. If you know that about me, I love, love, love poetry. I have Emily Dickinson's book of poetry with me, and I figured I would read Hope is a Thing with Feathers because I feel like that's really necessary right now. So this, look how thick this beast is. I had to look it up because I was like, I don't know where it is in there. So I had to look it up by first line. There's like first line index in the back. I had to look it up because I was like, where is this? So this is Hope is a Thing with Feathers. So hope is a thing with feathers that perches in the soul and sings the tune without the words and never stops at all. And sweetest in the gale is heard, and sore must be the storm that could abash the little bird that kept so many warm. I've heard it in the chillest land and on the strangest sea, yet never in extremity it asked a crumb of me. And I feel like, given what's been happening and what just happened, the election, that hope is something that I know I need, and I know a lot of you probably need. So I'm gonna be hanging on to that one for a bit. Yeah. I hope you all are having a good week, and that you take time for yourselves, maybe read a good book, do a hobby or a craft or something, and just make sure that you're taking care of yourselves and we're being kind to ourselves and just extra gentle and calming. I have a necklace on today that says "We'll be all right," which is Harry Styles' handwriting, and hanging on to that. Yeah, that's it for this week's video. I love you all. Again, be kind to yourselves, be gracious to yourselves. We can get through all of this, and I'm going to continue reading books because that is what I do best. So pick up a good book if you want and read along with me. I love you all, and I will see you next week on Friday with a brand new video. Bye.